after the record cold here this week, we're ending on a high note.
It has been nice, but Chief Meteorologist Gene Norman says, hold on, don't get too comfortable. He's also tracking a threat headed our way.
That's right. You know, as I mentioned earlier in the newscast, Sunday is the day when I expect the storms. Of course, that's a day when many folks are attending church or just relaxing. Now, to stay on top of the weather, I want to remind you to download the free Storm Track Weather app because it'll keep you on top of what's going on. Again, it is free in the App Store or Google Play. You can get hour-by-hour forecast, weather alerts, and live interactive radar. I want to show you one of the great features of the Storm Track Weather app. It'll give you a GPS alert. So wherever your phone is physically located, you'll get a buzz, and you'll be able to see whether or not you're under a watch or a warning. Also, you can move your finger around the radar and trace the storm, zoom and pan, and you'll see these little green dots and other dots pop up from time to time. When you see that, and you click on it, it'll show you what kind of threat that storm has. Is it a wind threat? Is it a tornado threat? Is it a hail threat? And the direction and speed that storm is going. All in the palm of your hand and all completely free. So make sure you download it because those storms will be going on when you may not be up watching TV. By the way, if the storms do get rough, we will be here, WIAT 42 Storm Trackers, following that storm. So we'll have a mild Saturday for sure. Sunday is when the storms move in. And again, the timetable for the storms has changed a little bit. Yesterday and the day before, we thought it might come in, let's say, midnight to 6 a.m. on Sunday, but now it may be a little bit later. And that's a problem because the later in the day we go, the better chance some of those storms could become a little bit more nasty. Futurecast computer model shows a couple of spotty showers after midnight to our south, but the line of stronger storms doesn't begin to arrive until afternoon. At 2 o'clock, we could see a couple of lines of storms here from Shelby County back down into Chilton County, also a couple to our north and west. Anytime I see these bright blobs, that always keys me to the potential for some severe weather, and then they will push off to the east into East Alabama toward the end of the afternoon. So Sunday's the day we'll just have to pay attention and be aware. And once we get rid of those storms, we'll have some lingering clouds early next week, and then it gets cold again just in time for Thanksgiving. Well, not nearly as cold as it was last week for our Game of the Week live look in McAdory. Spanish Fort taking on McAdory. Kickoff temperature 50 degrees by the fourth quarter. A little bit chilly into the upper 40s, so you may need a jacket, but at least you won't need a parka like last week. How about the other football action this weekend? Of course, over at Bryant-Denny, Western Carolina comes in. The Catamounts kick off against the Crimson Tide in breezy conditions at 3 o'clock in the mid-60s. And by the time we get to the fourth quarter, a few more clouds out there. Meanwhile, down on the plains, Jordan-Hare welcomes Samford. And that game kicks at 6. So there should be a few more clouds around. It will also be breezy, too. Nice for tailgating, and by the fourth quarter, into the mid-50s. So right now, we've got some very nice weather. We topped out, believe it or not, at 67 degrees. It is getting cooler to the north. Coleman's already down to 51 now that we've lost the sun, and Gadsden down to 49. So our forecast this evening, fair, dry, with a light east breeze, and overnight lows should drop into the mid-40s. Tomorrow, we'll start with lots of sunshine, but we will see the clouds increase during the afternoon, and those winds pick up. Could be kind of breezy as the winds come out of the southeast, 10 to 15 miles an hour. We should top out in the mid-60s for highs. Well, you know I rate the next day's weather from 1 to 10. It's called the Norman number. For tomorrow, up to an 8. And as we head into the second half of the weekend, Sunday, the stormy day, followed by lingering showers on Monday. But then, once a new front moves through, it's going to get much cooler. Tuesday's high, only 54. Wednesday and Thanksgiving morning, we'll start the day at freezing, but we'll have a fairly nice afternoon in the mid-50s.